Well, the college football playoff, it looks like it's going to go to straight seeding in 2025 rather than having the top four conference champions receives the bye. On3 put out this graphic and what the college football playoff would have looked like with straight seeding in 2024. You look up here, and what's the first thing you think of? Oregon, at the very least, man, would have been a team with one playoff win and a trip to the semifinals. We'd be looking at this season a whole lot different. Whether it was Indiana or whether it was Boise State in Pasadena, despite, Evan Stewart maybe being banged up, Jordan James being a little bit banged up, Oregon, I think, had enough talent to certainly win that football game and kind of get their momentum back, get their mojo back towards a playoff run. You kind of look down here a little bit. Penn State and Notre Dame would have likely matched up in a neutral site game, just like they did in the semifinals. In this scenario, it would have been the quarterfinals. We saw Notre Dame win that game. So you would have seen Oregon against Notre Dame in the semifinals. Now, Notre Dame was a good team, especially at the end of the season, a physical type of football team. But I think Oregon was a little bit more explosive at the skill positions, was really good. And they were really good, of course, on the interior as well. So it's no guarantee, certainly, that Oregon would have gotten past Notre Dame in that one. I think that would have been a tough, maybe a lower scoring type of football game. But Oregon, I certainly think, probably would have been the Vegas favorite in that game. If they beat Notre Dame, do they still get hammered by these guys? Ohio State? Yeah, maybe they do. Is it 34-0 in the first half? Personally, I don't think so. It was the perfect storm, right? Oregon on the layoff. Having a couple of guys banged up. Ohio State, the ability to have that momentum with the win against Tennessee, and they were the best team in college football. It was the perfect storm for, I think, the season to end the way it did. For Oregon, in this format, this would have been, I think, an opportunity for the Ducks to maybe gain some postseason momentum, and who knows what would have happened at that point in time. But this wasn't the format. This wasn't the seeding. You have to deal with the cards that you are dealt. But I think the point that I'm trying to make is we would be looking at last year's Oregon football season a lot differently if this were the format. I think that last game, it's such a black eye for some people out there. If you don't have that black eye that early in the playoffs, we're looking at this Ducks team a lot differently, and we still look at this Ducks team very, very favorable from last season. But the good news is, no matter what the format is going to be 2026 and beyond, straight seeding, it sounds like, is here to stay, and I think that's good for everybody.